Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope you all are fine with the grace of Almighty Allah and enjoying this time in learning by staying home in this pandemic COVID-19. So stay home, stay safe, avoid public gathering and maintain social distance just because of your family and yourself. So as we know, learning is a continuous process. You have to learn every day a new things because learning makes you more valuable in this world. So you are most welcome to our channel Heather Tech. Please like and subscribe our channel. Let's start the new topic of today. Student, she has requested, she was facing some little bit issue in this activity. It's a scaling network 2.3.1.5 packet tracer activity. How to configure layer 3 switching and inter VLAN routing. So layer 3, we can say the multi-layer switch. Like this is 3560 multi-layer switch, and it has the capability of layer 2 and layer 3 routing. So one of the advantage of using multi-layer switch is a dual functionality. It has a dual functionality. The first functionality is layer 2 and layer 3, and it will also not create the bottleneck. Okay, and it is faster than the router on stick method. Okay, so benefit even for the small and medium sized company would be the ability to purchase a single multi-layer switch instead of separate. They will buy switching and separate they will buy a routing. So instead of that one, so they can buy only one multi-layer switch and it will act. It has a dual functionality. So it has the capability of multi-layer switch, include the ability to route from one VLAN to another using multi-switch interface SVI, as well as the ability to convert layer 2 switch port to layer 3 interface. Okay, so let's start this activity. This was a little bit introduction about this one, and now we can start the activity. So the activity here is so first we need to create the VLANs. Okay, so these are the VLAN we need to create it here. After that we need to create the switch virtual interfaces. Okay, switch virtual interfaces. So what we can do what we can do, these are the steps we need to complete. Was the first step because it is connected directly with the ISP. So this is with the internet. So what we need to do, this port, this is the port. You can see my mouse cursor. Let me make a little bit big. So this port we need to convert into the routing port because it is connected with the cloud. Because as I told you, it has a dual function. It will work as a layer 2 and layer 3. So this port, this is gigabit 0/2. This is gigabit 0/2. You can see we need to convert this port into a layer 3 port. Okay, a routed port. So how we can convert this into the routing port? So you need to go there, go to the multi-layer switch, go to the CLI. Let me the font preferences, and the font should be little bit CLI. Okay, the 12, sorry, 12. I will make it 12. At least you can see the command easily. Okay, now I think it is good enough now. So the first step is we need to convert into multi-layers, into the routing port. Okay, so which port? So configure terminal interface fast ethernet, gigabit 00. Okay, so gigabit 00, gigabit 0/2. Okay, gigabit 0/2. So we will write simply no switch port. So this is not a switch port. So this port, this is gigabit 00. It is not a switch port. So it is a routing port. Okay, so we write no switch port. Okay, so the second thing is we also need to assign the IP address according to the addressing table. Okay, this is my addressing table. If you will see, sorry, let me bring that back, this one. So this is the IP address. Okay, so I need to assign this IP address to this interface. Okay, just simply I will copy and assign the IP address to this one. Okay, once you will assign the IP address, definitely no shutdown, better to write no shutdown, and it become a routed port. Okay, so you can ping and check the connection. Is it so ping to the cloud. So what is the IP address of the cloud? You can, I know the IP address of the cloud 209.165.200.226. Okay, so I'm going to ping from this multi-layer switch to the cloud, to the internet. Okay, so you can sorry, the ping. So one thing we can do, copy. So here, so the ping, you can see the ping, it will take some little bit time, but it will work. Okay, so the second thing is we need to add the VLANs. Okay, so how many VLAN we need to add? You can just 1 minute. You can see sending 5. Let me troubleshoot. Success is not 100%. Let me check the IP address again. 209.165.200.226. It should work. Okay, so if it is not working, let me check the. So only the problem was here with the IP address. I assigned the wrong IP, because of that one it was not pinging, but now it is okay. Alhamdulillah, it is working fine. You can see, so the ping is working fine. Okay, so we have converted this port into a routing port. Okay, so just simply one command, no switch port. Okay, so I just write no switch port, so it converted into layer 3 port. Okay? So the second step is we need to add the VLAN. So how many VLAN we need to add? We need to add 3 VLANs. Okay, so VLAN 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so VLAN, so configure terminal. Okay, VLAN 10 name staff. Okay, VLAN 20 name student, students for a student. Okay, and VLAN 30 name locality. Okay, so these are the 3 VLAN. CULITY locality. Okay, so these 3 VLAN I have created. Okay, now we need to instead of having one interface, we will create the switch virtual interface. Okay, so we will create the switch virtual interface. That SVI will be because we are not going to assign any physical interface to as a gateway, so we will assign the SVI, switch virtual interface, as a gateway for VLAN 10, 20 and 30. So we need to create 3 switch virtual interfaces. Okay, for each VLAN we need to create a separate virtual interface. It is not a physical interface. In the router and stick method we have the physical interface. Okay, so now interface VLAN, sorry, interface VLAN 10. Okay, and then IP address of this one is 192.168, sorry, and 192.168.10.254. so this is the IP address, sorry, IP address. Okay, so this will be the IP address, and subnet mask at the end we need to add the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. okay, class C address, IP address. Then again we need to create one more. What we need to do, we need to create interface VLAN 20. Okay, so for interface VLAN 20, again we need to assign the IP address for VLAN 20. Okay, so what should be the IP address? 192.168, sorry, IP address same, we can go IP address same, 20.254, 20.254, 20. So we will just change 20.254. okay, and then again no shut. Again we need to go for the VLAN 30. okay, and here the IP address should be 30.254. okay, 30.254. So 30.254. Okay, so no shut. So if you write show run, you can see we have configured the Vlan's interface. You can see we have created interface VLAN 10. This is the IP, this is the IP, and this is the IP. So we have configured these three switch virtual interfaces. Okay, so once it will be done, so the next step is, what is the next step? We need to know what is the next step. Okay, next step is we need to write the show IP route. Okay, so once we will done, we need to write show IP. We need to also enable the routing. Okay, configure terminal. Okay, IP routing. Configure IP routing. Okay, so IP routing we need to enable. Okay, after that do show IP route, do show IP route. Okay, so if you will see, so this is VLAN 10, 20 and 30, these switch virtual interfaces we have configured now. So what we need to do here, and we need to only go for the, so now what we need to do here, now we need to, so our configuration is complete based on this activity. So we already enabled the routing, and I already show you the routing table as well. Now we need step number 4, we need to verify the end-to-end connectivity. Okay, so from PC0 to PC3 for MLS to verify the connectivity with VLAN 10. So what we need to do, I need to check the connectivity from PC0 to PC3. Is it working fine? Yes, it is successful. Okay, now from PC1 to PC4, PC1 to PC4, it is successful. Now here, so PC2 to PC5, so everything is successful. Okay, so because we just only configure here because BTP is already configured, it is pre-configured, so it will exchange the VLAN information with each other. Whatever the VLAN you are going to configure here, it's automatically transported to the other switches because of VTP. Okay, so that's all for this activity. I hope you understood and clear all your doubts. Okay, still if you have any question, you can post in the comment section. So thanks for watching and see you in next video. Mas salam.